So here we are at video 4, and I thought that I'd talk about what needs to be done. At the very least, we need to have big domes where food, well, at least food, it's produced there that people can eat, because what we're eating now, that's not going to really help. I mean, I think that's obvious. It's going to accumulate in you eventually, and you're going to die. It's just the way it is. If you're a young woman or a girl, well, it really doesn't matter. That's everyone. So that really has to be a first starting point, and that's why I'm saying that, we have to start on this now. Waiting, any longer is kind of, and you have to really say to yourself, if they're not interested in doing this or doing anything, I mean, literally anything, then you have to realize that there's some really, absolutely psychotic, crazy people out there who really just want to see everyone dead. And I would prefer that wasn't totally the case, but it sure is looking that way. So I really think that we need to build some sort of a big dome to grow food in, at the very least. I also believe that, kind of like the movie Logan's Run, that people will eventually be living in these domes and growing their own food, creating their own oxygen and water, because everything right now is totally tainted. And there is no other way to escape this or survive this but that way. Um, will everyone want to live in these domes? No, not a chance. There'll be lots that will never ever do that. They'll rather die, probably, and that's fine. There's not much we can do. They will die anyways. Uh, and there is no guarantee that by entering one of these things you will survive this anyways. Uh, but the idea is to try and maybe save a few and start from there and keep the human race going. And maybe the people will be able to go outside and do cleanup work, water streets, etc. I don't know, like that. If this never stops, then maybe this is something that will be part of their reality for generations and generations and generations and generations and generations. Personally, I'm probably much too old to really worry about this sort of thing, and I'm more concerned about the young people. Um, I don't really see any other answer. I don't think living underground is going to help much. I suppose you could try anyways. But you really need to create a new atmosphere for yourself where you have fresh water, fresh air, and food. And that's really the big issue that I'd like to see people start talking about, whether they think it's a good idea, if it's a really bad idea, or maybe just growing the food thing's a good idea. Either way, we can't really continue in this. There is another issue that does bother me, and other people have mentioned it. It came obvious right away to me, but the ocean does produce a lot of oxygen for us on the planet. One person said 50%, I believe it's 70. I think there's more ocean than there is land, but maybe that's just me. Either way, if we lose that 50 or 70% of oxygen, we're in big trouble, I would think. How many people are going to be able to use that? And we'll start seeing people drop on the ground as they walk, not from radiation, but from lack of oxygen, not being able to breathe. So these domes may become the only way to survive this sort of thing, and the longer that we wait to start building these things, we're not at the year mark already, and we don't really have a lot of time left, in my opinion. And I realize this, I'm not trying to freak anyone out or anything. I think that this is just the reality, because now everybody's eating and drinking and possibly breathing it in. Things can't really get away from it. You know, almost 3 years ago, they made the choice. They made the choice between you and the economy, and they didn't pick you. The economy was way more important and to them than you were. And I understand that would have created a big problem in all sorts of industries and everywhere. But you really should be telling people what's going on, especially when their life is in danger. We all are very trusting people, unfortunately, and we trust these governments and our politicians and our health officials and the UN and all these groups. And really these groups are telling lies, and that's really the problem that we have here. And you need to know what's really going on. And this is only from 4 reactors. It's very possible 5 and 6 had a major accident as well during an earthquake while we're removing the fuel, which incidentally I just finished talking to someone about. Because 4 was a joke and I wasn't really interested in 4. I knew there's nothing left in there. I was more concerned about 5 and 6 because if there's another earthquake in the area and causing problems there, well then we have more various things going on and whatnot. So it is truly a bizarre situation. We've never seen anything like it, obviously, and I just wanted to make sure that that got out there. Because I can't think of anything else. If you've got a better idea, I'd certainly love to hear it. I don't really know what else you can do. Some people think these guys are going to take off and find another planet or something. Maybe, I don't know. It just doesn't look good right now. And to see all these institutions and groups that people supposedly trusted doing and saying nothing, and other people, totally oblivious to it still today, which is really quite shocking, but it's not. I mean, I did see some statistics where, in the United States, 250 million prescriptions are written by doctors. A good percentage are on depressants, the other percentage are on 5 prescription drugs. And of a total of 350 million people in the United States, only 30 million are not medicated or on depressants. That means maybe 20 million people are on depressants and prescription drugs. That's just, quite shocking, really. So there's all sorts of distractions out there that tear you away from what's really happening here. We're going to take your guns, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. The crazy stuff they're saying now that, to me only, it's just a distraction. I mean, it's so easy to do, it's so easy to do. Fighting and getting arrested for accidents, and that's crazy. But that's what news, and it distracts you away from what's really happening. And the major debt that's going on, all these things are all real and all make sense, and the GMO and all that stuff, they're all real, true stuff, and they all matter, but they're absolutely nothing dick compared to this. And yes, you should eat fresh fruit, you should do all this, but where are you going to find that now? That's the question I have to ask everyone. You're all saying the right stuff, and this used to make sense back in the day, but this isn't that day anymore. So you can't say you're going to eat fresh fruit and live fine. You can't say that anymore because you can't find that anymore. Everywhere you go, you will be eating. Even where I live, even if we didn't get tons to follow, the food we get is from West Coast. So where do you find all that supposed fresh fruit and live healthy and garden food? I mean, I just don't know where you find that. I don't think anybody does. So if you want to live like that, then you better create yourself a dome and build food inside that. Grow your own food. Or at least in your own house at the very least. I guess that's all you can do. I was thinking of a protective dome, trying to keep most of that stuff out if possible. Don't imagine that's going to be a cheap thing to build, but anyway, let me know what you think. Got a better idea? Certainly love to have it. Let's think about